Filming kicked off on March 18, 2015, primarily in New Orleans, Louisiana, with some scenes shot in Manhattan, New York. One cool tidbit: the production team recreated the offices of the failed investment firm Lehman Brothers in the lobby of the New York State Department of Financial Services. Talk about authenticity. Principal photography wrapped in May 2015, and the film hit theaters in a limited release on December 11, 2015, before going wide on December 23rd. It was released on DVD and Blu-ray on March 15, 2016, so you can easily grab a copy or stream it today. The movie's box office performance was solid. It grossed $70.3 million in the US and Canada and $63.2 million internationally, for a worldwide total of $133.4 million. That's a great return on a $50 million budget, especially for a film tackling such a dense topic. It opened in just 8 theaters, earning an impressive $705,527, an average of $88,191 per theater, setting a record for the best per-screen gross for a film opening in 8 locations at the time. By the time it expanded nationwide, it was clear audiences were hooked. The genre of The Big Short is a unique blend of biography, comedy, and drama, with a runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's rated R for pervasive language, some nudity, and mature themes, so it's best suited for adults and older teens. The film doesn't shy away from the gritty reality of the financial world, with scenes set in strip clubs and plenty of colorful language. Around 150 instances of strong profanity, to be exact, but these elements add to the raw, unfiltered vibe of the story. The cinematography, led by Barry Ackroyd, is dynamic, with a mix of handheld shots and quick cuts that keep the energy high. Editor Hank Corwin deserves a shout-out for juggling the film's multiple storylines and pop culture montages, while Nicholas Britell's score ties it all together with a mix of jazzy and intense vibes. What sets The Big Short apart is how it makes a dry topic like mortgage-backed securities feel like a thriller. The film follows 3 separate but parallel stories, each focusing on a group of investors who see the housing market's flaws before anyone else. There's Michael Burry, who's betting against the market through his hedge fund, Cyan Capital. Then there's Mark Baum and his team, working under the umbrella of Morgan Stanley, but determined to expose the system's corruption. And finally, there's Charlie Geller and Jamie Shipley, 2 young investors who team up with Ben Rickert to get in on the action. The film weaves these stories together without letting them overlap too much, creating a tapestry of perspectives that keeps you engaged. McKay uses clever techniques, like those celebrity cameos and fourth wall breaks, to explain terms like credit default swaps and collateralized debt obligations without making your head spin. It's like a crash course in finance, but way more entertaining than any college lecture. The film's setting captures the early 2000s perfectly, with references to pop culture, fashion, and tech that'll hit you with nostalgia. Think BlackBerry phones, Bloomberg terminals, and a soundtrack featuring songs like Blood and Thunder by Mastodon. There are montages of period-specific imagery, think reality TV clips and flip phones, that ground you in the pre-crisis era. The attention to detail is impeccable, from the tacky suits to the high-stakes atmosphere of Wall Street boardrooms. Why should you watch The Big Short? For starters, it's educational without being boring. You'll walk away understanding the 2008 financial crisis in a way that feels personal and urgent. The film doesn't just throw facts at you, it makes you feel the weight of the events through its characters. You'll laugh at the absurdity of the financial system, gasp at the audacity of the banks, and maybe even get a little angry at how it all went down. The performances are phenomenal. Bale's quirky intensity, Carell's emotional depth, Gosling's smarmy charisma, and Pitt's understated gravitas make every scene pop. Plus, the film's pacing keeps you glued to the screen. At 130 minutes, it never feels long, thanks to McKay's kinetic direction and the script's sharp wit. The film also has a moral edge. It doesn't glorify its protagonists. Instead, it forces you to grapple with the ethical questions of profiting from a collapsing economy. It's a story about seeing the truth when everyone else is blind to it, but it's also a reminder that truth comes at a cost. The mix of humor and outrage is perfectly balanced. You'll be entertained, but you'll also leave with something to think about. From a production standpoint, the film's accolades speak for themselves. It was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor for Bale, and Best Film Editing, in addition to winning Best Adapted Screenplay. It also nabbed the Ensemble Performance Award at the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and critics praised its ability to make a complex topic accessible. Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 88% critic score, with audiences loving it just as much. Reviewers called it everything from a white-knuckle ride to a cautionary tale that's both hilarious and horrifying. Fun trivia: Christian Bale went all in to portray Michael Burry, even mimicking his lazy eye and borrowing his clothes. The real Michael Burry makes a cameo as a Scion employee, and Bale jokingly said he hoped Burry wouldn't punch him at the premiere.